Okay, welcome back. 6 minutes to go for market close. Jai Bala is with us of cashthechaos.com. Jai, good to have you with us here. I think today you can say, I told you so, because you got that fall. And so what next from here, Jai? Your thoughts, Nifty, Bank Nifty first, and then we'll talk about mid caps and small caps.
Yeah, that's right. Good to be here, Prashansi. We had discussed on the 1st of October that there's a possibility of reversal has arisen for the market because time cycle had completed on the September 27th, and later on it took out the support at a key support that I had pointed out. And on the day itself, I had pointed out that if it takes out that key support, we are looking at the market going back to the post-election low of about 21,800, and that looks more and more the most logical price objective for the markets. And if you look at the small cap, large, mid cap, and the micro cap, they've all broken down, and many of them are clocking head and shoulders top, and the price objectives remain much lower from current levels. And I had anticipated the short-term bounce to come through for the Nifty, but whereas for the Nifty, the bounce has been lacking, and in fact, it surprised me to the downside, whereas it came through for the banking index. So that tells me the market is actually weaker. The nearest support for the Nifty is actually at 23,890 to 23,800, and for the banking index at about 49,500. I'm still anticipating some bounce to come through, but the fact that the Nifty broke the October 7th low without giving a chance, that's a bit of a surprise and pointing to weakness.
Okay, by the way, if it's any comfort, I'm looking at global screens and they're all flashing red as well. So we're not isolated in this global fall, you could say that. The CAC is down about 0.6%, ditto for the FTSE. Some of the peripheral European markets like Italy, etc., are down about 0.7%. And let's look at the pre-open rates. So yeah, right now the pre-open rates in the US suggest that it'll be a bit of a cautious start, but 0.5% lower. Lot of major earnings in focus later tonight on Wall Street as well, including the likes of IBM, Tesla, and a couple of others are coming out today. Okay, Jay. So what should we, what should be done? What is the approach? Would you venture in with any longs at all right now? Would you stay away? I mean, so what's the strategy in terms of either an index trade or stocks?
Yeah, the best to do is to wait for a bounce to come through and then look for resistance to be hit and then take a short position. But even at current levels, a couple of stocks look weak and they may drop even if the market were to bounce. I have two picks for today. One is BPCL. It's a short with a stop loss at about 355 and an objective of 270. And Bosch is another one. I have a short with a stop loss at about 39,088. With a price objective about 31,000, maybe even 29,800. The Bosch has completed a move from the 2022 low, and it's clocking a reversal on its weekly time frame. So this might be one of the stocks that are going to probably fall sharper, but be measured in your shorting positions.
All right, Jay. Hi, good afternoon. Congrats first on getting the call right. You have been sounding cautious the last few weeks, and credit where it's due. So good going on you. I wanted to understand support levels. Nifty, Nifty Bank, as well as Nifty IT Index. On the Nifty, I think you briefly mentioned 23,900. Could you confirm that and also tell us about supports on the other two, the pillars of the Nifty?
Yeah, that's right. See, the support for the Nifty is 23,890 to 23,800. And a bounce should come through from there, and then a greater decline should ensue after that. For the banking index, the support is at about 49,500. And post that, we are looking at a decline, once again, close to the June 4th low after a small bounce. The Nifty IT index, the support comes at about 41,000. If that's taken out, the next support is at 37,700. So 41,000 is absolutely key. If it takes out that, it's an indication that a medium-term trend reversal might come through, but that confirmation will come through only at about 37,700. But we'd be cautious out here.
Jay, I think last time we spoke, you were cautious in US markets as well, right? I mean, that's the other shoe which is not dropped, and I hope it doesn't drop.
Right.
What's your sense?
Yeah, that's right, Prashant. I pointed to a time resistance coming through for the US markets on the 21st of October. We had if you look at the Dow futures, it's come through. It's had a bearish engulfing reversal yesterday. And if we have a follow through today, because one day doesn't make it a trend, if we have a follow through today, there's a great probability that the US markets will also start correcting, and that correction could take the US S&P down somewhere close to about 4,900 to 4,800. And the more important thing is the Nifty topped on the 27th of September, and that's the exact day the US dollar index also bottomed, and the US dollar index has rallied for the last 15 of the last 16 sessions. And that's after clocking a fresh 52-week high. That's a very, very rare event. And each of those 15 sessions, the US dollar index closed much up above the open, or very close, just above the open. So that's sending you a very strong signal for the dollar index. And once again, the low for the US 10-year yields, that's also registered important low on the 17th of September. And we might actually have a trend change here, but need little more confirmation.
All right, Jai, thank you very much for joining in with that perspective today. Let's